Muhamba Live.
Man, why is everyone getting married now? What's going on? Welcome to Muhamba Live, and I guess this won't be the only episode we're going to do together. We still have a lot of others which are going to do together. But before we even proceed further, I would like to present you first of all. For the people who are watching this or are listening to this for the first time, probably you're seeing this guy, or if you know him before me, okay, that can be a plus, a good thing. But if it's your first time to see him or to hear him, he's a very good artist. I don't know if I should classify you among artists or entrepreneurs or where exactly? Where are you exactly?
You have to choose. No, I think you have to choose. You can pick one, but you can't just use everything.
I pick artist. You look more than an artist than just an entrepreneur. Like if they tell me that an artist, like that would click really fast in my mind. Okay, so you're an artist. Okay, let me just go with your bio on Spotify. You're an artist born and raised in Kinshasa, even if it's not true. Born and raised in Kinshasa. Man, but it seems like every time when I read something like someone was born and raised in Kinshasa, it tells me automatically that they have been through a lot. I don't know why, but I'm sorry, maybe if that's not the idea, but if someone tells you you know, there are those guys who we usually see online and they're like born in Kinshasa, raised in Paris. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, something. You know, life went well. So
Kinshasa, raised, you know what's going on there.
But the beautiful thing about having you on this podcast is I was really excited when you first told me that you want us to do a podcast together. I really accepted it at the same second. Yeah, but at least I know you're someone who you have done stuff, you work on stuff. So, and it's not like you started yesterday. I've seen you doing stuff since way long time. So that was the idea where I was like, yeah, we should really talk to this guy. And I know a lot of people are going to benefit actually from this talk. Yeah. And what we are going to talk about today. Okay, I think maybe you should speak about yourself first for a minute. I think that would be better. Instead of me just giving a presentation which doesn't fit.
Well, I don't know what do I say. Well, you know that's a very hard question when they ask you.
Just say stuff which come first in your mind. And don't feel shy telling us how much money you have. No one is going to attack you. Just tell us. Man, this is the internet. You have to make them jealous.
No. Okay, the money is not yet there. The money is not yet there, but when it comes to you will know.
Man, just say it. No one will check. Just say money is there. No one will check. Even if you lie, we won't know.
Wow. So I don't know really what do I say about me. So I'd say present myself. So just like you said, I was born in Kinshasa. Born in Kinshasa, raised there. I grew up there. I've always been oriented towards art, I would say. Since when I was a kid, I used to, draw here and there. In fact, especially behind my notebooks, there is a lot of drawing. Oh. And I think about it, there is a lot of drawing, man.
I never knew that side of you. The artist who I knew is not that one actually. So you don't worry. There is still a lot of stuff which I'm learning.
So I was also interested into writing. Interested into writing. So even behind in my notebooks, I used to write. Short poems.
Your songs really it really shows that.
So it started some time. Then I wanted to go Académie des Beaux-Arts.
Yeah.
Because after I was like, okay, I'm drawing. Maybe I should not go there. Let me. Okay. I had a talk with family and no parents. There is another way. That's what
it was. Man, but it's you know, I realized something if you okay, I don't know a lot of people, but the few people who I know who are in Académie des Beaux-Arts, it's either your father is an artist
Yeah.
or one of your
Or
parents
your mother,
knows
or-
about art, yeah. So they understand that, okay, if another of our child becomes an artist, it's okay. Or
Exactly.
you finished studying in something, you got some money, and then you went there by yourself. Those are the two options. But like, it's
Two
not so
options.
easy. It's not so easy to be there. First of all, I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Mm.
It's very. This is still something that we are still fighting. I would say you see that kind of diversity in how would you say that, in occupations, in jobs, in passions, and
Yeah.
on the professional field. Like, it's very hard today.
Okay, so I would have a question for you. If you were to pick one for life, both of them will be successful. If you go into job, it will be successful. If you go into business, it will be successful. Which of them would you pick to live for life with?
Okay. This is a tricky question, because it's true. We usually compare it, right? Let's say if you have a job, got a job, and it's paying pretty well, right? Why would you want to quit that job? Put your financial security, your, let's say, your stability and everything that you have that is provided with you working, in that job. Why would you want to sacrifice all that to go risk it and start an idea that you're not even sure that it's, it might not work. But on the same side as well, let's say that where you work at, they close.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's say that you're out of job, because there are people that also end up being out of job.
Yeah, they can fire you also.
Exactly. Yeah, they can fire you as well.
Yeah.
So, it's that tricky and ambiguous, but I would say if I was to pick, I would pick the entrepreneurship part. Why? Because so far, I've realized that I've learned a lot. I've made more connections. I've interacted and being more connected with the field that I've been in, only when it was like on the entrepreneurship part, right? When it was me working on that project. Maybe let's say I'm working on something about fashion, right?
Yeah.
I'm not working under somebody. I have to do the research. I have to interact with people. I have to learn about that industry to know how to push that thing. So it helped me to connect with different people, to get to learn and to know, okay, here, what do I have to do? And I did a lot of research about it, because there is nobody else who's telling you what to do, right? You got to figure it out on your own. And I believe that if you have 2 or 3 projects like that, or even if you just have one, but you work on it, it's something that you feel connected with, something that you can relate to, you love it as well. On that side, you can take it for a longer period of time. Before you actually decide to quit, it's gonna take really a lot to really
okay.
and things like that. So for me, I'll pick the job, but I'm not. I'll pick the entrepreneurship. But I'm not saying that having a job is bad. Having a job is great. There are people that are successful. I mean, they're successful, man. They just
Okay.
a job.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing speaking about that, because actually I was literally about to ask you a question about that. Like, we have a problem now. I think definitely you have seen it. Today, being a hustler means you started your own business. You did something on yourself and it's worked. That's what shows that you're a hustler. In fact, the whole idea of success, it seems like you did something by yourself. Most people take it to be like having a job. It's not a cool thing. They're using you. You're not really earning. But okay, maybe I will speak about this later on. But for you personally, what do you really think jobs? What is the place of a job in today's world? Is it still something for lazy people? Should all the people who are really intelligent and talented start their own stuff? Or should we still consider taking jobs?
Well, but one thing which is true is that we are different, right? So what might work for me might not work for you, right? So, for example, let's just take a sales job. Let's take a sales job. I've been in the sales industry, and I've noticed that there are people that make a lot of money by being salespeople. It's not their business. They are working for a company, right? But they make enough money to be able to be stable, to to take care of families, and maybe if they want, maybe invest some or something like that. They make enough money and they are satisfied with it. They don't want more, they don't want less. They're doing the job properly, and it's going like that. So thinking that it's only lazy people or people that are scared, to maybe risk something, or saying that it's people without resources or something like, I don't really think that people should take it that way. Jobs are still important, right? Jobs are still important. We need jobs as much as we need entrepreneurs, right? Because without a job, for example, the person that cleans the road, that's not an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
that's somebody who was hired to do something. It becomes that person becomes an entrepreneur when they decide to do it on their own. They want to start something out of it. But if that person wasn't hired, the roads wouldn't be clean.
Exactly,
right?
That's so
it's
true.
not because that person is lazy or they're scared. No, that's the job that maybe, let's say, is available for them at the moment, or that's something that they like doing because they are people that like cleaning. So like it's really something very ambiguous. For me personally, I'd say that jobs are still important.
Sorry, can you give me a minute?
Okay.
I told that I don't have food. It's okay. Shit. Sorry, man. Let's continue.
Yeah, I was saying, what was that? Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're speaking about the guys cleaning. They are not entrepreneurs, but they're hired, but they do still.
Yeah, it's you see that person is hired, right? So if that person wasn't there, we would actually feel a gap. The same way there is maybe, let's say, a restaurant where you need a manager. That's his job. That's not him being an entrepreneur. That's a job. He's hired to manage that place. So if that manager wasn't there, like the restaurant wouldn't probably be run properly.
Exactly.
You need So I think jobs are still important. Jobs are very important in today's world, in today's life. So we should just know how to balance it, when to pick entrepreneurships and things like that.
Okay, I think there is something else also which I realized is like with jobs. Okay, it's not so common, but like at least most of the people who I know who did well in whatever business they did, most of them definitely went into a job of someone. They learned how things are done, and then they were like, okay, so if here they do things like this, I can go and reproduce them in my own way in another different place.
They go
so like job it's not only a place which can hire talents of people in order for it to be done, but also it teach entrepreneurs also. In fact, not only teaching, it even give them a kickstart, man. Like, I think at a certain point we all have been under that time. Okay, at least for most adults, maybe. At least for most of majority of adults, we have been under that point where we're like, man, I don't have the money for the bills of next month. You have to pick one job, man. Whatever it is serving in a restaurant? Is it cleaning? Is it just do whatever stuff to make sure you get the money for the next bill? We all have been under that stuff, and like at the end of the day, it ends up like, even though we make it sound like it's something which people shouldn't be doing, but actually it end up appearing like in real, it's something which it's needed. We really need it. Even if we can give it the tag of less people, we still need it. And another point is like, if you are really good in a job, if you do well in a job, it means you can also do well in a business. Like, if people can applaud you, if people can praise you for doing good in a job, then it means if you had your own business, you could do it also well. Because like,
you can also do it.
People try to run away from the job because they don't want someone to dictate them. Do this. But like when
You
you
don't
have the
like that,
freedom, when you have the freedom, what do you do then?
What do you do? Exactly.
You spend your whole day on Netflix. You spend your whole day on YouTube. You spend your whole day
Exactly.
chilling, and then you tell us that
Exactly.
I don't want people to dictate me. Yeah, even
Yeah.
if they could dictate, even if they could give you the freedom, you have nothing to do with it. So let's
You
just
have
people
nothing
dictate
to do.
you.
You
Exactly.
don't know where to go, man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
That's like that.
I think it
Mhm.
explains that even if we work for someone else, it still doesn't have any problem. It's still a cool thing. It's still a fun thing.
Yeah, it's a cool
As
thing.
long as you give value in whatever you do, it's still a very good thing,
Exactly.
actually. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
The
That's
first
true.
time, the first time, like when you started, you spoke about art, and I think there is one thing which I realized in art is like, in art you must grow, or you must put something more in order for you to become good.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, okay, since you have worked, okay, I have worked also, but like not for so long. So
Not for so long.
yeah, you have at least a good experience in working. Like, does work also require you to grow or to upgrade yourself as the same way in art? Like, okay, for example, like if I'm working for McDonald's, do I still have to upgrade myself, or like just present yourself a job is enough? Because like for me, it seems like in job, as long as you're there, you're on time,
You're there.
you do whatever they ask you, it's okay. Like,
I see.
is it also important to upgrade or new skills or stuff like that in jobs?
Okay, I would say personally, I think that there is a possibility for you to grow, right? I would say in two perspectives, the ones that I say that could be the main. So the first one is, whereas it's true you've got that job, right? But that's where you have things like promotions, right? You're working on something, you have that job, you have that position. Then as you're spending more time, you're getting more experience. And one day, okay, they tell you, okay, you know what? Okay, this job is good, but no, we want you to, then you get promoted, right? Okay, that's a way of growing, because now you have different responsibilities, right? And there is also that way where you can still be there. You have experience, you're growing in experience, you're learning more things and things like that, even if you don't get promoted, but at least you know more about what you're doing now.
Exactly.
That's where you have those people that come in, or this guy is a senior here, he has done 15 years here, so like, everything you need, that's you see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's true, you can actually grow in practically everything, right? But in arts, if we were to compare it, see maybe the similarities, I would say even if you was playing the same instrument, it's in fact in the consistency. It's in you sticking to that one thing that you know that you're actually gonna grow. Because there are a couple of songs that I was playing in 20, maybe let's say 2016, right? There are a couple of songs that if you was to compare the way I was playing it in 2016, the same song, and the way I'm playing it today, or the way I'm singing it, you might doubt, maybe this is not the thing. So like it depends, but it just involves consistency out.
Exactly.
You stick to that one thing, whether it's that job, you have that same position, but like as you go, you're gaining more experience. Now it's up to you. Let's say if you're not given a promotion, now it's up to you to know, okay, I have all this knowledge about this job. Do I just want to be here? Do I just, I don't know, raise of salary, 15 years experience, all of that? Or do I want maybe to teach it, or to share it, or maybe start my own thing, something?
All right. That's a very cool thing. We have used enough too much time than we were even supposed to use. But like, thank you so much for this stuff, for this stuff which you just gave today. So like the key lessons here, you be working or you independent, you still need to work hard in both of them. And working in a job doesn't mean you're lazy. Because we still need jobs, and those entrepreneurs, in fact, need people to work for them. And again, everything still needs consistency, but much more consistency is needed when you're working independently, because you need to upgrade much more. That's a very good thing, man. Thanks so much for being with us today. So tomorrow again.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Let's have again another one. But man, you really look good. I really like your presentation.
Thanks. Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thank you.